chairman, entire crew members, distinguished academics, distinguished presenters, I welcome us all to the 9th Global Conference on Business Management and Social Sciences 2023. My name is Aishat Salawudeen with the topic Green Dividend of Urban Housing in Nigeria, a conceptual analysis. There is a saying that where people can afford to live have significant implication on their lives. Thus, the need for safe, decent, and affordable houses in the urban cities have become a critical component of the quest for sustainable development. In Nigeria, Federal Ministry of Works and Housing disclosed the National Housing and Urban Development Policies out of the need to revive the national housing plans. These policies were to provide an additional 10,271 housing units through public-private partnership, which only 4,440 housing units were provided for. The introduction of the public-private partnership in the issue of public housing marked the beginning of hike in the cost of housing in Nigeria. So much so that even the middle and high income earners could hardly afford a home. Those who could afford a home are left to spend significant amount of their earnings. Others who account for 60% of the workforce are pushed to the outskirts of the city, spending 4 to 5 hours to get to work on the daily basis, thereby creating an untold hardship on the people. 60% of the population of Nigeria lives in the city, and there is an estimated increase of 2% in the national population growth rate and 4% in the migration growth rate on yearly basis. As at 2022, the housing shortfall in Nigeria stood at 28 million housing units and needs 90.5 trillion naira to address the issue, according to the World Bank research. Therefore, to have the chance to bridge the gap, the country needs at least 700,000 units every year. And the potential dividend, the implication of this housing, deficit is that it will create housing shortage, homelessness, slum residents, overcrowding, squatting, poor living condition. The potential green dividend of creating or providing the affordable 700,000 housing units for families on an yearly basis will ensure a crime-free living, improve standard of living, improve people's safety, increase job opportunities, improve general well-being, and improve education. And this will in turn ensure the much needed sustainable development goals the Nigerians are yearning for. The question now is, how do we achieve this as a nation? The government would have to create or consider housing regulation reforms. To have to consider housing regulation reform by divorcing public-private partnership build more 1 and 2 bedroom bungalows as the number of single or young workforce supersedes the number of people that are married. Then they should stop building duplexes and terraces. Also, the government should consider reducing financial burden by removing the 20% on cost upfront initial deposits or down payments that anyone who needs an accommodation will need to pay. Then the government should also use minimum wage to finance housing where necessary. They should implement full rent to home by releasing the property to the needy, and then whereby an installmental rental payment will be paid. Also, the government should eliminate tax burden where necessary. The government should rather use payee taxes to finance government housing. That is pay as you earn, those money that are deducted from the civil servants. They should also make use of the 2.5% housing fund tax to finance as an additional housing unit for the masses. They should also reduce the 6% interest rate on mortgage to 1% minimum and 2% maximum. Therefore, removing barrier to obtain housing loan would eventually lead to more people having houses in the metropolis over time. This will in turn create an avenue for business and job opportunities, which in turn create more tax revenue for the government. Aside from this, if all these conditions are fulfilled, then there could be general acceleration in general well-being. There could be increase in job opportunities. There could be increase in education, as in improvement in education, and a reduction in crime rates. Also, we have the individual green dividends of urban housing. As an individual, you can control your own monthly housing payment. You will build home equity with each month payment. Your home value will rise over time. You can use home equity to build wealth. You can convert your home equity to cash. You may get a tax deduction, and you build a credit. Conclusively, if the government makes an effort, urban housing will result in a green dividend that can promote the long-term growth and development for both the government and the people of Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening.